Scorpio. Welcome back to Eternal Serenity Tarot. This is going to be your reading for the month of August. Let's get into it. So, during the shuffle, I was hearing Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. So, I don't know if this is going to be a very sexy month for you guys. I mean, we're already like halfway through the month. So, y'all tell me if y'all are already feeling, sexy. I saw the Queen of Wands too. So I feel like even though the Queen of Wands isn't water, because you guys are Scorpio, I feel like this is you tapping more into that water energy. So creativity, your intuition, you're connecting with people because we have this connection through the Cosmos card. Community, everything is connected, and the law of reciprocity. So wherever you are right now, Scorpio, you can feel very comfortable and at home, very safe. I was also getting seize the moment. So you could be feeling very spontaneous this month. Um, you're feeling more adventurous. And then we had a way out of the weeds in reverse. So a clear way out, multitasking, getting organized in reverse. So you guys could be seizing the moment a little bit too much right now. Maybe there's too many things that you're trying to juggle at one time, either to stay busy or to feel like you're being more productive, or because there are just so many opportunities available to you right now that you feel like if you don't seize the moment, you're going to miss out. So we could be trying to avoid some serious FOMO. Um, and August could be a month that's asking you, for your sake, to relax and understand that it's okay. You don't have to say yes to every single thing just because it's being offered to you. You could really be prioritizing your experiences right now. But this could also be that because you're feeling so safe, maybe in a community of people, you're willing to be a lot more generous of yourself and whatever it is that you have to offer, your time. If anybody's needing you to show up for moral support, or they're like, hey, Scorpio, can you come help me move? You're saying yes to everything. But I feel like we're needing to be a little bit more stingy with ourselves. I'm hearing that we're needing to be a little bit more realistic about our time and our time management, and making sure that we're factoring ourselves into our time. Because sometimes we look at how much time we have at our disposal, and all we're thinking of is, oh, I can get all these things done. And none of those things is actually it's actually has to do with us taking care of ourselves. So nowhere in there do we have that we're gonna go on a walk just because, and I mean like a nice stroll. Um, but it could also be that this month you're recognizing that you've been trying to be in too many different places at once, and so now we are diverting our attention more towards trying to do the stuff that keeps us feeling grounded and balanced. All right, so we've got the devil in reverse. We've got the king of cups. We've got the queen of wands, which we mentioned a minute ago. We've got the four of cups in reverse. So are you guys feeling like a second wind? Maybe you've just come out of a state of depression, or it doesn't have to be that severe. It could just be that you were spending a lot more time with yourself, and now we're coming out of that and trying to be more available and accessible again. And then we have the three of swords in reverse. So definitely a healing month for you all. It seems like this is a healing month for everybody, no matter what sign you are. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, so the Hanged Man is suspension. It's when we literally have no choice but to just accept that things are slowed down right now, and we don't have access to as much as we used to before. We can't do what we used to before, and we got to just go with it because it is what it is, and we have no control. When it comes out in reverse, this can be things are starting to pick back up for you guys. Either that, or we're hanging back and we're stalling. We're needing to get back out there, but in here, it's starting to feel a little comfy. So let's see what you're releasing with this devil in reverse. Devil in reverse is identifying where we are attaching ourselves to things, whether it's people or it's bad habits, it's codependency, um, the kind of things that keep us stuck because it stops us from being able to see a way forward. When it shows up like this is a call to release any of those attachments, bonds. So what's this devil? What are we releasing? Okay, so you're making an executive decision this month, Scorpio, to release something for good. Two of Swords is contemplation, but usually there's some level of avoidance that it came with before we actually decided to accept what it was that we were seeing and hearing. Sometimes this is not sometimes this is being like you were on the fence before we actually decided to let go of whatever this was. There was some hesitation first. We thought about it a lot before we made any type of move. So what's this King of Cups? I wonder if this is you guys or if this is someone that you're dealing with, maybe. King of Cups. This could be someone that you're dealing with that's releasing an attachment, or you're releasing an attachment to this person. But this could also just be you letting go of something that stops you from being able to connect with other people. This could be someone you know or are involved with. You're connected to this person in some way. Even if you're not currently in contact, this connection through the cosmos card makes me think that there is an energetic bond between you guys. But this person also was bound to something else, I think, outside of you. And whatever this was, it stopped them from being able to have clarity. They couldn't see the full picture. When we have the Two of Swords, this can be that we're so afraid of what we're going to find out that we turn a blind eye. We cover our eyes, put our hands over our put our hands over our ears because we don't want to accept something. So for this person, if this isn't you guys doing the releasing and this is someone that you're connected to, then this person had to release. They had to release a person, but there was something that they were stopping themselves from seeing about this person. Or like they weren't able to see just how unhealthy this attachment was. Um, this could also be someone, if this isn't a person that they were attached to, then this is like an unhealthy attachment to money and maybe the acquisition of money. This could be somebody who works too much. Scorpio, this could be you. Maybe you're having to make more time for those around you and cutting back on some of this work. You could have felt like you had a clear goal in mind. So you've just really put pedal to the metal and been hyper focused and, tunnel vision on whatever this goal is, probably trying to build financial security for yourself, but it's at the expense of something else. This could also, there's a lot that's coming through because remember, this is a general reading. So it's going to be for a lot of different people. There are a lot of Libras in the world. Um, this could be someone that either you were connected to or someone else is connected to. Take it how it resonates. And this could be someone who was very money hungry, or they're opportunistic. So everything is seen as a come up in some way. And this person could have found themselves being used as someone's come up. But because this King of Cups is here, this lets me know that this person actually had feelings involved in whatever this was. Meanwhile, this person was focused on material values, and they were focused on what this person could give them monetarily. But also, like, future stability that they could have with this person. They could have just seen this person as like a safe option. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna attach myself to this person and I'll be good. I don't have to work for a thing because this person is just gonna be devoted to me, and they're gonna be none the wiser that the only reason I'm sticking around is because I want them to take care of me in this way. So this person, this King of Cups, maybe this is you guys. You could have really been chasing behind whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, or at least that's how you felt anyway, or you're just now coming to the realization during this month that that's what's been happening and that you've been used. I'm hearing you've been had. I don't know why it's coming through just like that. All right, so what's this Queen of Wands? I feel like this is you guys, this Queen of Wands. So we were talking about that, like bringing sexy back. All right. Somebody had to make a decision. They could have been juggling you and another person. Somebody could have been. This is like there's different things that you would get from both of these figures showing up like this. So I don't know. I'm hearing we look good together on paper, just like that. um, this King of Cups would have been looking at this Queen of Pentacles as somebody that they figuratively looked good with. Even if this person has money of their own, this Queen of Pentacles, what they probably do, that doesn't mean that they weren't just with this person for what they could give them. And maybe that like tripped this person up because they were thinking like, well, this person came into this with their own. So this Queen of Pentacles could come from like a wealthy family. Um, yeah, I don't know if this person, this King of Cups, was trying to split their time between the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. But whoever this Queen of Wands is, they would be looking at you as very attractive, very passionate, kind of feisty, very flirty, but also very ambitious, very goal driven. So let's see what this Four of Cups is. It's giving like y'all are getting your groove back. Nine of Wands in reverse in the bottom of the deck. You could have been struggling financially. That could be over for you this month. You could have more disposable income to put towards like your aesthetic. You could go get your hair done. Whatever it is, I feel like you guys are noticeably shining this month. There's something about you that's eye catching, and people are definitely interested. I saw the Five of Wands too earlier, so people could even be, knocking each other over to try to get next to you this month, Scorpio. There could be something from your past that you were needing to let go of. Um, for some of you guys, this is like feeling like the ugly duckling. Like this month, you're being called to be present to where you are now. So even if you felt unattractive before, like you're going to be reminded that you look great and you have been looking great. That's never changed. Whatever you were struggling through, I think you could have felt like it was visibly affecting your appearance. Probably you're thinking it was more than it actually was. Again, you could have just felt like you had to be more bland recently, like you've had to dial it back. Maybe you haven't been able to get your nails done. Um, Maybe you just weren't even feeling like yourself recently. And after taking time away from trying to be everything for everybody, because Scorpio is a very loyal sign, very ride or die. When you locked in with a Scorpio, they are here with you, and that's it. This could also be that you've been releasing times in the past where you felt alienated, you felt outcasted, different, like there was something noticeably different between you and your peers. This could also have been poverty, or just that before you were too focused on what you felt like you didn't have. I just realized the Four of Cups is upright, it's not reversed. So this is definitely something that needs to be relinquished. Four of Cups can be that we're not feeling grateful for where we're at right now and what's being presented to us currently because we're too busy focused on what hasn't worked out before. So I like to think of this cup that he's throwing away as an ace of cups, an opportunity. If it's not love, it can be an opportunity for you to create something from your heart, whether that's something tangible or this is in a relationship or it's in a friendship, or this is a familial relationship. You could be okay. There could be times where maybe you resort back to isolating yourself or spending more time alone than what might be necessary because that's what you were used to before, and you're still adjusting to not having to be alone now. Like you're still adjusting to the fact that there are people in your life around you that support you now, are people that want to see you, people that are attracted to you. And that doesn't even have to just be romantically. People are also platonically attracted to you for the qualities that I mentioned before of the Queen of Wands: being witty, being ambitious, being funny, being the life of the party. Um, this could also be people admiring you for whatever your craft is. So this could be something that involves visual arts. Maybe you're a graphic designer, maybe you paint, maybe you draw, maybe you sketch, maybe you're a makeup artist, maybe you're a dancer. Maybe you post covers, but whatever this is, it would be with that Queen of Wands, something that you put a lot of dedication into, but there's also a lot of natural ability that goes along with this thing, and that's what people admire. Queen of Wands is going to be somebody that whatever she's doing, she's making it look easy, and she's looked sexy while she's doing it. So what's this Three of Swords in reverse? All right, the Magician in reverse and the Eight of Cups. Okay, we were just talking about natural abilities, which is what the Magician is. It's how we alchemize, how we transmute, how we take what's at our disposal and turn lemons into lemonade. So this Three of Swords feels like a blockage from you being able to see yourself in that way. And so I don't think you're able to be as accepting that other people see you this way. This could be imposter syndrome. And we've got this Hierophant in reverse. I don't know if this is like a bad breakup. This could also be that there is some sort of like standard that you're trying to match up to, and that's what's really stealing your joy right now. That's what's stealing your ability to feel like you're enough, because you're comparing yourself to something that is so rigid and it's such a tight box that not too many people really fit into that. Because the Queen of Wands, she's meant to be unconventional. She's meant to just show up and be wild and tempered, but kind of untamed. Like, she's very free. So I feel like you're meant to do something in a more unorthodox, non conventional, not trying to appeal to anybody's standards at all. Because it feels like whatever it is that you're creating, um, it's one of a kind, it's never been done before, but it's meant to be that. So you're trying to compare whatever it is that you're doing, but you're meant to forge your own path. You're meant to take something and twist it around so much that it just has your energetic signature written all over it. And it can never be seen as being separate of you. This is something like, I don't know if this is a brand that you're trying to start, but this is something that is so discernibly you that the second people see it, they're like, oh, that's Scorpio. That's Scorpio down. There could have been something about being yourself that you feel like has led to isolation in the past, or has led to you being rejected or feeling rejected. And this could be romantically. So we have this Eight of Cups here. There's a need to walk away from something. Let's clarify and see what that is. What is this Eight of Cups? Ace of Swords. You tell me. It actually was upright first and then it flipped into the reverse. Yeah, this is something that you're holding on that stops you from being able to see the truth of yourself. I mentioned that you guys were really trying to seize the moment and that you were going after pretty much every opportunity that came your way. But I feel like we're actually needing to take this energy and it needs to be focused. So instead of trying to do everything, we need to start being a little bit more choosy. Because I feel like we need to get specific. This Magician makes me feel like we're wanting to manifest something in, but that we're also not feeling good for what it is, that we're not feeling good enough for what it is that we're asking for this month, Scorpio. So you're needing to walk away from seeing yourself as lacking something. That could be tied to trauma you have, that people have made you feel like you were lacking. You could be used to being compared to other people in an unfavorable way. And so now we're still holding on to some of that comparison. Or you just felt like you haven't been able to measure up to the status quo. Like maybe you get close, but then the needle changes and suddenly like that's not good enough, and now we're asking for something different, we're asking for more, and then you're feeling like you can't perform and you can't show up and provide whatever that more is that's being asked of you. 9 of cups, 8 of cups, 9 of cups. So we're trying to walk towards true fulfillment, but there's stuff that we're attached to that we just really have to put down because we don't need it anymore. This feels like stuff that was picked up on the way that was really never meant to be yours to pick up in the first place. So this can be like other people's projections on you, other people's opinions. You're needing to focus more on making sure that you're satisfying yourself, and then recognizing that when you create and satisfy yourself, you're naturally going to attract in other people that share that same vision. And those are going to be the people that actually genuinely are for you because you're on that same wavelength. As opposed to worrying about the people who are not on your wavelength and all the people that you can't appeal to or the people that you'll not be good enough for. There are people that want to love you right now. Yeah, we've got the Fool in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So this is something that you're afraid of moving toward. Chariot in reverse. Yeah, we're afraid. And that's because we've still got ties to fear. Something needs to be released. This feels like this is blocking your inspiration. Like you feel a lot more inspired, but I think you're feeling a little bit too down on yourself right now. So it's clouding your judgment. So we're needing a change of perspective this month, Scorpio. I feel like you feel ill prepared for something. Because in the Fool, he's understanding that no, he doesn't completely know what's in store for him when he, leaps off of this cliff. But whatever it is, he's going to be okay. Next card after this is the Magician, but it's in reverse. So we're having trouble being able to recognize that our bag is packed with everything that's needed right now, already, currently, as it stands. I feel like you guys are blocked off from your heart, and that's why we can't move forward because you really aren't able to go where you're being called to right now because you're not hearing that call. So that water energy I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, where we were needing to connect with our intuition and our creativity, I thought that's what we were doing. But if you aren't, it seems like that's exactly where we're supposed to be right now. And you could know that a little bit, but you're kind of putting it off. All right, let's see what this King of Cups is. Yeah, okay. So this person's definitely giving a lot to this Queen of Pentacles. That would have been the only reason why this Queen of Pentacles was with this person. This could be you guys. You could be having trouble trusting right now because you're not really sure who's actually in your corner genuinely. Because this person could have even been telling you what you wanted to hear just to get what they wanted out of you. And now you're questioning everything. Like you could have felt like this person was really like bigging your head up, like just gassing you up. And now you're like, wait, I mean, all that you were saying before, like everything was just a lie. Knight of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So somebody is holding back. There's definitely insecurity attached to this. Because that Knight of Cups in reverse is like he doesn't feel good enough. So it can be defeatist. Like, why even put myself out there when I already know? Like, I'm psyching myself out and telling myself that I already know that I am nothing in comparison to my competition. So that competition energy is here again. I feel like they're stalling. Somebody is stalling. So you have this hangman in reverse again. um, Knight of Cups in reverse can also be like passivity. So this could be a person who's looking at themselves as maybe having been a little bit too much of a simp in this situation. Like they were really devoted. I'm hearing hopelessly devoted to this person, and it was all for nothing because it was all a lie. So I don't know if that's you guys, Scorpio, or if that's somebody that you were connected to at one point. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is something that's happened 10 too many times. It was bad enough the first time it happened. Then it came and it happened again. And then it happened again. And it happened again. And so on and so forth. It's giving like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on. What is it? No, fool me once, shame on you. I never remember how it goes. I think it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, shame on me. I can't remember, but I think this Ten of Swords though is more connected to this person. So this would have been something that this person was doing repeatedly over and over again, and the only reason why they could have fooled this person is because there would have been a promise that they were going to stop, or they were always able to talk their way out of it. And so this person was very twisted up, and they also didn't have clarity. If this isn't you lacking confidence this month, Scorpio, this could be this other person lacking the confidence to try and make anything happen with you because they don't feel good enough. Maybe they're feeling rejected by you and this Queen of Wands energy, and it's not because you're actually doing anything, but because you're showing up so confidently, and it's very magnetizing. Where there's almost like this person is feeling threatened because of how pulled in by you they feel. Probably because they don't feel like you're paying them any mind. So they feel like they're paying you more attention than you're paying them. Like you're probably coming off as very unbothered. So this is interesting. Because who is insecure? Maybe this is mirrored between the two of you, but I really don't think so. I don't think it is. This could be somebody that you rejected in the past, or this person rejected you in the past, and now they're upset because you've had a glow up, maybe even in the gym, maybe you've changed your lifestyle around, maybe this is more of a focus on nutrition. Um, Whatever it is, you are a little bit more visible, even though you're hiding out. So it's like whatever little bit of popping out that you're doing, there's a lot of attention that you're attracting, even for like the 5 seconds that you're being seen. So this is like you go to your local corner store and it's cars honking and traffic is stopping and, and you're none the wiser because you're just not paying attention, but this is what's going on around you. And this person feels like a secret admirer, but like they're not wanting to come forward and expressing this admiration because I don't think they think it's mutual. I don't think this person is feeling very attractive right now themselves. I think they feel foolish. I think whatever this Queen of Pentacles situation is definitely leaving them feeling like they were bamboozled and led astray. Sun card, yep. All right. So we have the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Sun. This person could have felt like they had their guard down in the wrong environment. So therefore, there was an L that was taken because this person would have felt like the fact that their guard was down was taken advantage of. They had their guard down with this person for sure. Or that's you, Scorpio. We still haven't figured this out yet because again, this is general and I don't know. I did see the Queen of Cups hiding in the deck a little bit, so I think this person is more in their feelings than you are, which is probably why you're more in this Queen of Wands space as opposed to being in the Queen of Cups like they are. So you could really just be focused on enjoying yourself in a more casual way right now as opposed to being held up by like deep feelings or being consumed by your feelings. You can be very detached in that way right now. I just realized I when I pulled this sun card, it was definitely upright. I did not mean it to flip it in reverse, but I feel like that's speaking to the fact that this person couldn't see that their genuine fulfillment was not in this situation. Or the you this is you or this is this other person. Somebody was not seeing the full picture. There was a lot that was being like hidden and shoved to the side and deflected, and there was a diversion and a look over here and not over there, like hiding and sneaking around. When we see this Ace of Swords like this is important information. This is the kind of information that's helpful in this Two of Swords for you to be able to make a proper decision. So the only reason why somebody's able to actually come off of this fence and decide something now is because this illumination happens. And I think that that's this month, especially because the sun is Leo energy. So maybe check and see where these Leo placements are going to be transiting for you. I don't know, this energy feels so straight to the point. Nine of Wands in reverse. Somebody could have taken some sort of financial loss that was hard to like get back on their feet. So this would have been something ongoing. It could still be going on right now. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. There could have been something about this situation ending that was very public. So either this was a very public relationship or this person experienced some sort of shame and embarrassment publicly in this relationship. Could have been that they like other people caught this person cheating on this person with other people, or there was just like a very public breakup. I don't know. I feel like these people's business was kind of on Front Street. Oh. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So I'm wondering if this person, because of how this has ended, they're regretting the fact that they didn't go in the direction of this Queen of Wands. Like they're regretting the fact that they didn't offer this Queen of Wands their cup. And now they're feeling like it's too late. And for some of you, y'all will be like, oh yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Do y'all notice how we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands? She's looking forward in a very, like, making direct eye contact. So again, very confident. She knows who she is. She's not backing down. She's not afraid. I'm hearing she's not afraid by One Direction. Oh, so this person could be looking at you as non-committal, but either way, they're looking at you and they're looking at this cup, and this cup is full. Scorpio, this could be somebody that you're looking at, by the way, as well. Just, apply it where it fits. But this person is looking at this Queen of Wands with hearts in their eyes. If you do decide to reconnect with this person, Scorpio, my suggestion is to take it extremely slow. I mean, I really wouldn't even start anything with this person for a while because there's a lot that needs to be released. You could not even be in contact with this person. Maybe you're just curious about what they have going on, or you could feel like, I'm not curious, I don't care. But they're curious about what you got going on and who you got it going on with. That's for sure. If this is you, Scorpio, and you're wanting to move towards this person, I don't think that that's in your best interest to do just yet. Because this kind of feels like in the month of August, whatever this was that we were dealing with prior, there's still some fallout. Even if we thought the tower was done falling, it's like now we're having to deal with the pieces that are left behind, the collapse, the debris. This is like the aftershock of an earthquake. Like it's not completely over, even though we've separated ourselves from this, or we've severed ties. Even though I don't know if these people have completely severed ties, I did see that Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So these people could definitely still be financially tied to each other. They could have been married to each other. All right, Scorpio. I hope this helped you guys because this reading, we're kind of all over the place. So let's see what else do we have for you guys this month. What is holy? What is true? Appreciation, witnessing and the unmerited gift of grace in reverse, which makes me think of that Four of Cups. Um, hmm. All right, we've got every word has power. Education, power of persuasion, communication, and internal dialogue. Scorpio, I think that that's you recognizing the power that you have. You could be stepping up as a teacher or leading in some way, or you're seeking out mentorship, and maybe you guys are going back to school. Power of persuasion is here too. This kind of feels like you guys have like pretty privilege. Like this month, people are not questioning what you're saying because you just look so good, Scorpio. They're like, listen, whatever you say, you could like bark in people's faces and they'd be like, okay. Because they are simply just trying to get next to you. We have listening to the ancestors, inherited patterns, traditions, integrated wisdom versus knowledge. So there's a need to connect with something outside of yourself, but this is still internal. Does that make sense? The only way for you to connect to your ancestors is to be able to connect to yourself first. When you feel disconnected from them, it's probably because you're not in tune with yourself. All right, we have all eyes are open, inspired vision, clarity, perception, revelation, which is interesting because we got this Ace of Swords in reverse and the Sun in reverse, which are all about clarity and how we have a lack thereof right now. And look at that. Epiphany, sing at dawn, aha moment, awakening, new directions, potential in reverse. So this month, we're bringing attention to whatever we've been avoiding. So this feels like whatever lack of clarity you have now, you could feel like there's something you didn't want to know. Well, you're going to find out anyway. Or somebody is going to find out something anyway. And this could again be that something has still been going on that they thought was over. And this could also be you finding out that something is going on that you thought was over. If you're dealing with this person and they were juggling somebody else, or this is like mixy. This whole thing is messy. Perception and revelation. So this month it's all about our perspective and how we are choosing to see something. But I feel like every word has power means that this is also about taking responsibility for how we respond to things. This being education could also be that you've learned a lot, maybe dealing with this person or separate of this person. Maybe since you've been disconnected from this person, you've learned a lot. This could be a lot about yourself, but also just how important what you have to say and what you think is. Because this could have been a connection where you felt like it just didn't matter what you wanted because this person was so focused on what they wanted, and that seems like it blew up in their face. All right, so we had a call to transformation, metamorphosis, the in between in reverse. So this is like the call is happening, but we're not hearing it because we're not trying to. You know what I'm hearing in my head right now? That song, I Don't Want to Know. I don't want to know if you cheated. Keep it on the low. So somebody's trying to bury their head in the sand. They've been burying their head in the sand for us to have the Ten of Swords because that's something that's happened repeatedly. And we have frozen for a time, non-action, slow down, not yet. Yeah, it's not time yet because there needs to be this period of suspension. I think you're coming out of yours, but somebody is needing to go in theirs as you're coming out of your shell. This feels like you're turning into that butterfly and somebody is having to go cocoon right now. So I would be careful, about this person trying to rush towards you or trying to rush anything with you fresh off of this situation ending. Because whatever this is, again, is not completely over. Even if they are out of it, they are still not really out of it. I don't really think that you're trying to take anything seriously right now anyway, Scorpio. I don't get that with that Queen of Wands. I feel like you're just focused on being free right now and being yourself. You could feel like maybe in relationships there's some part of yourself that you have to compromise. And so while you are showing up in a way that is very, I don't want to say this. Um, it's very loud and noticeable, even if you aren't saying anything. Some of you guys could start podcasting. You could start using your platform more. I don't know if this person is wanting to come towards you and their ancestors are like, listen, this is not the time for that. Because I actually feel like where you're at right now is very good for you. It's good for you to focus on the things that just come so easily to you. And taking those things and committing yourself to them so that they don't have to be like underdeveloped talents that you have, or like you're resting on your laurels. So you don't even try to take these things further because you're just like, this is good enough. We have the burden of choice. This person had to make a choice. Choosing higher ground, consequences, unconscious choice making. So I don't know. Maybe this person is upset because they're having to recognize now that when they went towards this other thing, they pulled away from you. So they could feel like because they didn't say anything to you per se, that meant that they weren't like severing ties with you and choosing against something with you, but that's exactly what happened. Because there was no way for that not to happen. And I think this person would have been sitting on the fence about that for a while, but once they took action in a different direction, that was it. I'm just getting them like stepping forward and then something behind them just like completely crumbles because it's not an option anymore. So this feels like the door with you would have been shut. Like the door was shut and it disappeared. It just completely vanished. Unconscious choice making also makes me think that there's going to be heavy emphasis on why this person chose this Queen of Pentacles. What about them attracted them? And also why they let something go on for so long that it just kept happening and happening and happening. And why didn't this person leave after the third sword, after the fourth sword, the fifth sword? It's like, why wasn't able to get this far? You have to be careful with that King of Cups sometimes, because sometimes he's looking for something to lean on when he really needs to be focusing on that healing right now. Okay. We have begin with faith in spring, beginnings, innocence, fertility, and growth in reverse. This feels like the Fool in reverse, where we're feeling so bright eyed about something. And then at the end of it, we're jaded because we had because we had such high hopes for this thing, and it ended up being none of what we saw potential in it to be. None of that potential ever actually. It's like none of that potential ever actualized. So we're seeing something and we're like, wow, this could be so great, but then that greatness doesn't happen. And instead, you're in a situation with a person who is extremely unfaithful. They're a liar. Maybe they're manipulative. Um, they're just a false person. So this person could have been feeling like they went into this innocently and they came out of it maybe having grown up and more matured. Because this could also be exposed more to the dangers of how people take advantage of our kindness, our generosity, our love for them, um, the fact that we do see the best in them and want to see the best in them. This could also be your experience with this person. So then they went into another relationship and that was mirrored back to them. But that was so that we could be called to this transformation. It's like they went and got involved with somebody and the mirror was put up. All right, let's do one more for you guys. Scorpio, I absolutely hope this helped you in some way. We got the alchemy of poison. So, transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, and radical forgiveness. I like reclaiming personal choice because we have that burden of choice card. So, this is this person having to, so they're being forced to confront the fact that they made this decision, and for whatever reason that they made it, they still have to take responsibility for their portion. They can be as upset with this other person and how taken advantage they feel, but there's gonna have to be an acceptance of like how much this person allowed this other person to get away with. They just allowed them to take it very far before we put an end to it, and that was because this person was burying their head in the sand and being willfully ignorant. So they're having to confront that willful ignorance. But I think they're also having to confront this through several losses, the loss of you and actual like material, financial, tangible loss. They could have lived with this person. Yeah, it's a transformational lesson. So this person is needing to alchemize this situation. They're needing to take all that negativity that they're feeling and they have to use it to see this situation from another perspective, which is focusing on their faults here and accepting that they could never control this other person, so they don't really need to be beating themselves up about this or feeling guilty for any action that this person took. But if there's any guilt that they feel lingering about the choices that they've made, that's something that they need to confront and they need to take care of. And they also need to address why they make these kinds of decisions. Why, like, what place are these decisions coming from? Which part of them is really in charge of making these decisions? And with that King of Cups, this can be this person just is really looking for a connection so much so that they were trying to make just anything fit. So again, there could still be some of that. This could be a person who's kind of codependent. And again, Scorpio, this could be you. You know, be real with yourself if it is. And that's what this is all about. But this is again the kind of stuff that's supposed to mature you. It's supposed to grow you. So we have on the bottom of the deck, death reclaims a life. Natural endings, grief, letting go, the sacred quality of death. This feels like the death card. We're having to let something end so that we can be born again, but in a newer way, in a way that's more fitting to where we're at in the present day. Because whatever this is, like, when this is being shown to us like this is being pointed out to us so that we understand that this is an outdated mindset. It's time to come up off of this. It's time to detach ourselves from this codependency, since that's what it feels like it is in this person's case. Um, it's time to let something end if that's just how it's going to go, instead of trying to like push the end further and further down the line because it's inevitable. So this feels like Tower. I have this the sovereignty of magic card, synchronicities, miracles, spiritual forces, and it was under the natural endings card in reverse. So I think this situation, it's like this only happened to draw attention to something for this person, and they were trying to hold on to this much longer than they should have. The natural forces feels like that tower we were talking about, where the point of this is for there to be wreckage so that we can rebuild, because whatever we were building on before, it wasn't sustainable, it wasn't on solid grounding, and it was always going to topple over, whether it was all at once or it was slowly over time. The end result was going to be the same. And I think this person is needing to recognize that, or you're needing to recognize that. Place it where it fits, Scorpio. But that is all I have for you guys this month. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated. I hope you guys got something from it. If you did, please like, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on my post notifications so that you'll know next time I post a reading for you guys. And that's it. Bye.